Have you ever found a video on the web and you wanted to convert it into a different type of format, say a WMV file, and you wanted to play it on your iPad, but iPads don't support that type of format? Or maybe you want to play it on the new Apple TV to be able to stream it to your computer, and WMVs are not supported. Well, you might need to convert that video. I'm going to show you how you can do that, some free tools. First off, let me show you program called Flip for Mac. And the Flip for Mac is a little plugin that you can install on your computer that allows QuickTime to be able to play WMV files. And it works great. So this might be a great little resource for you to be able to play in QuickTime your favorite little player, especially since Windows Media Video Player doesn't come for the Mac anymore. This is a way that you can do that and plug that in. However, if you want to convert it to be able to stream it to your Apple TV or play on your iPad or BlackBerry or whatever, some format that you want, well, there's some different formats that are out there. One of the things that you can do is convert. So here's an example. Miro Video Converter. Now you've heard me talk about Miro before. Miro has the player basically that allows you to find all kinds of different shows that are out there on the internet for free, from news shows to podcasts like Ask the Techies. Well, they also have a video converter. And what makes Miro great is it handles formats that a lot of the other converters don't handle. If you go to Wikimedia Commons and you find video, the open source video format that open source people love is the OGG, the OGG format, and that's something that will not play on a lot of devices, unfortunately. But you can download it. It's a free program to download. Scroll down here a little bit. You'll see some of the many things that are supported. You've got the Android phones, Apple devices, PSP, lots of different things that it can put video onto those devices. Scroll down and you can see Miro Video Converter can convert virtually any video file into an MP4, a Theora, or MP3. So here you go, convert to MP4, convert to OGG, convert to WebM. So it can handle a lot of those other types of formats that maybe some others don't handle. Let me show you how that works real quick. Here's the Miro Video Converter app. I've already installed it. And here's an OGG file that I've got on my desktop. And I'm just going to drag this over here. You just drag it over, and there it is. And then you choose the format for an Android or an Apple device. Let's say I want it, oh boy, got gobs of choices here. Let's say, how about the iPad? I'm pretty hip on the iPad these days. Click on that. And then you go convert. And you can see how fast it's going to do. This is of a moon landing. Oh, I took away the surprise. You'll see it here in a second. And in fact, I had a box checked for it to automatically launch iTunes and to put it into iTunes as soon as I was done, which is handy. I don't have to do a thing. It's automatically launching iTunes and putting it in there for me. You need to click agree on the iTunes after the update. And there we go. There's the video. This is oop, there we go.
Automatic.
This is one of the moon landings where where it left the moon, where that top part kind of shot off and went to the moon. And so there we go. Now I've got it in a format that is in iTunes. That means I can sync it to my Apple iOS devices as well as to the Apple TV. So hopefully that would be a great little tool for you. And it can do other formats as well. I mean, you can drag in things. Let me see. I don't think it works with WMV. Oh, it does. It accepted the WMV. In fact, it's really interesting. I've actually got a Techies video here in WMV, and when I double click on it, even with Flip for Mac installed, it just kind of freaks out. But when I drag it in here and convert it, it works just fine. So the converting might solve some of the problems that you might be having with some of your other videos if they don't seem to be playing properly. Let me quit out of that. The other one that I wanted to point out to you, besides this one, which is great, is Handbrake. And Handbrake's great because it has certain presets built in, but you can create your own unique presets for your favorite formats as well. So Handbrake, I have it right here, and it's really fast, which is a really nice thing. So when you launch it, it asks what kind of file you want to try to convert. So you can hit starts at the desktop, but you could go to your movies folder or whatever. I'll just take this little file that I've got right here and click open. And it shows up here, and it gives me some options here as an MP4 or an MKV file, two choices there that I've got. And I can adjust the settings here for the quality. I can also go over here under the picture settings, and I can adjust the width. I can go up, down, play with these things, say loose or custom. That's when I can customize it, and I can change these. Those are now not grayed out anymore. So you can go cropping. You can click preview in order to see how it's going to look when you actually do it. So anyway, go ahead and close out. So the picture settings allows you to make some adjustments. Over here are some presets that you've got. So you've got like the Apple devices. So you can say I want it to be for the iPod, and suddenly it adjusts the settings for that. I could say for other types of devices they've got in here, classic. You can even create your own. You can click a plus sign and you can kind of create your own little preset if you want. Once you've made the adjustments in here, you just click the plus and that'll create your own little preset for whatever you want. So if there's certain presets that you like, certain quality that you want with size being kept small, or maybe you want it to be big, you want a high quality, you get to customize with Handbrake, and that's one of the great things about it. And it can convert WMV files, a lot of files. In fact, you just click on source, click to select a new file. Let's find that Techies WMV file. There we go. Click open. There we go. And then up here you just choose the destination, wherever you want it to be. Right now it's going to put it on the desktop. And then you just click the start to do it. You can also just do add to queue. So if you want to do like 16 videos and then go to sleep and have it all done by the morning, then you can just do that. Handbrake's pretty quick, but you know, if you're doing an hour-long video, it could take a while to convert it into another format. So it accepts a lot of different formats. I think you'll find it a great little tool. It's free, doesn't cost you anything. I'm going to have links to all these programs on the AskTheTechies.com website on video conversion. But you can also just do a Google search for Handbrake, and I'm sure you'll be able to find this free application. So quit Handbrake. Now another tool I want to talk to you about is Real Player. Now you might have thought Real Player was dead because very few people are actually streaming in Real Player anymore. However, the application's still around. And if you go to their website, you can find versions for Windows and for Linux, as well as for the Mac, and you can download it. When you download it, you not only get the Real Player application, which can play lots of different formats, but you also get this Real Player Downloader application, as well as a Real Player Converter application. Now the Downloader application is pretty handy because when you go to a website and you find a video, like let's say you watch this video of Ask the Techies doing a review of Skype, then the Real Player Downloader application over here pops up and it gives you a choice to download it. And you click download and it actually saves it to my hard drive. And I can say where? Well, let's view the downloads folder and click on it. Aha, there it is. There's the FLV. Problem is FLV won't work with a lot of Apple devices and other devices. And besides, Flash always eats up my battery life on my laptop. I'd rather have it in an MP4. Then I can just convert this file, basically using either Handbrake or one of those other programs that we've got to convert, or you can use, go ahead and close out, I can actually use the Real Player Converter app. Real Player Converter. You double click on that, and it works very similar to some of the other programs like the Miro Converter, where you just basically drag files into it. So here's that Skype one. Just drag that over here. And then we say, what format do we want? For the iPod? Or do we want it bigger for like for the iPad? Yeah, maybe I want the iPad because I have an iPad. But maybe I want it for BlackBerry Pearl. Maybe I want it for an HTC Hero. So you can go through and choose from a lot of different formats that they've already got presets, already made it, that optimize for your device. That's the great thing about this. It's already got so many. Sony, PSP. I'm just going to click the Apple iPad, first one on the list, and click, or you can create a custom one as well if you want to. You click OK. And then I save it to the desktop, but I could choose a different location if I wanted to. And I'm just going to go ahead and say that looks fine, desktop, click start. And you can do multiple ones, by the way. You can keep adding more and more files and then hit start once. So you can still do a whole bunch of them, go to bed, come back, should be done by the morning. But you'll see how fast this goes by the progress here. I did find Handbrake is one of the fastest ones for being able to convert video formats. So Handbrake's probably one of the best in that regard. This one will take a little bit longer to be able to convert it.